Hello.
Hi, friends.
I like to take a deep breath. We've been laughing. I don't know what it is, guys, but the second we
Oh my God, you're only at 58? You're going to die during this.
Sorry. I'm 46. Yeah, we're pretty close. I might die in the middle of this. I don't know. We get.
I'll finish it.
You get you. You get the giggles right before we go on, and then it becomes like I have to sit here and try to be straight faced as we get.
I thought you were gonna stop it straight. Yeah. Like, well, you know it ain't me.
No, we have established that. All right. Well, I'd like to welcome everyone to the podcast. Holy cow! Now I'm super loud. I'm Niles. This is Jesse. I feel like we never really introduce ourselves because we just kind of keep going. We're on podcast 31. You don't know us. That's your problem.
Hey, I mean, if you want to go back and listen to all the other ones.
I know. Some of them are really fun. I wish we could go back to some of those because I really laughed at some of those. Really, I'm like literally laugh. So what's you are leading the pack on this one?
I am.
Because I always seem to lead the pack. So this one is what?
Celebrity conspiracy theories.
So I have zero clue what this means.
So basically, like, fans
like
have nothing
Elvis,
better to do.
Elvis is not dead?
Yeah, pretty much. I left that one out, but yeah. I left that conspiracy out because everyone.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, boss.
Thanks, Shannon.
Just a quick reminder. I know this is the podcast, but the Goofy Geek Boutique, who is our sponsor, which we'll just do a little shout out now instead of later. We'll do it later.
We'll do it later.
That they are doing a live Saturday.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're doing the classic. I can't say it. Peep show. I can't say it the way I normally say it.
Why?
Because I don't know. It's like a thing we do. I say it a particular way, and then for some reason, everyone thinks it's really funny. Like last year, everyone.
Well,
I can see.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be on your end.
It has to. Yeah, if it's frozen on your end. But so what happened was I say it a particular way last year, and then people were taking pictures of their peeps, like at the store, and doing this how I say it. So I've been.
So how do you say it?
Well, you got to find out Saturday if you really want to know. Saturday at 9 o'clock, 8, 9. That's way past your bedtime on a Saturday. Wait, who's the old one here?
Mentally or physically?
Physically, I'm the oldest, and mentally, I am the youngest.
Yes. Yep.
All right, guys. All right. So our first one is conspiracies. So these are fan-made stuff.
Yeah. So fans.
This is not proven. Like, there's no proven. Okay.
No,
all
but
right.
There's some like, quote unquote, facts that like, quote unquote, support it. You know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But
like they're really putting A, B together. I
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But some of them are like, I'll tell you that they're like debunked and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So we're gonna start with the Illuminati.
Yes. Okay. I know a lot about this.
Okay, so you tell me what's an Illuminati?
No.
No, you tell me.
It is basically they're a small group of it's really men of history that have controlled the power, such as money, such as it's like a cult. And I hate to use the word cult, but that's kind of what it's considered because you have to be put into this like group.
Yeah.
And they are supposedly, by history's stake, they're saying that there is a group. But what the facts change is what they're really in the power of and because they say they just get together and do networking things.
Yes, so we're down with that. Probably have it too close.
Yeah. Easy.
Sorry.
Stop talking. The boss is watching.
Shannon, close your eyes.
And what happens is supposedly they're supposed to just do like networking stuff, but these legends have come out that they've there's the sign in the dollar bill of, the eye. There's this, there's that. There's a lot of conspiracies on the power of this group.
Right. So they were like this group that did exist, and then they were shut down. But now people think that they're still around.
Still existing, but they're supposedly just networking, hanging out, being soccer dads, supposedly. That's what they say. They just kind of meet up and just kind of have fun, not really take over the world stuff, which I don't believe. Go ahead.
Yeah. So they were established in Bulgaria, and they were shut down. But they think that like people think that they're still around. So like that's why they
that type of power.
Yeah.
They've gone underground. That's what you're trying to say. They've been shut down, but they've gone now underground.
They're like a speakeasy. Yeah.
Whoa, big word. That's a nice one. 1920 right there.
That's a big word for Elmo.
I'm just. Do you know what a speakeasy is?
Yes.
Do you know why it's called speakeasy? I'd be impressed if you do.
I feel like I did at one point, but I really don't know it.
All right. I won't make you look that.
You can tell me.
Oh, a speakeasy is illegal alcohol, I guess, bar section during Prohibition.
Yeah.
And it's called speakeasy because you have to talk speakeasy. Because you don't want to say it too loud so everyone can hear you. So speak easy means whisper.
Gotcha. Okay.
History I'm really good at.
I'm really not at.
Everyone's like, click.
Right.
Boring.
So actually, Disney movies are considered like, people think that they are run, or there are secret messages from the Illuminati. I'm going to fuck this word up every fucking time.
Well, you didn't.
The I word.
You didn't mess up that word. You just said
no, 3 times. No, I've been practicing for a long time.
He just said that 3 times perfectly.
So there are like different messages in Disney movies and stuff like that.
Are you talking about like when they like I'm sorry because I'm
no, go ahead.
So you're talking about like when they like for I believe it's a Lion King when they push up the dust and it says sex, like that type of things, and then in the Rescuers there's when they're falling. There's supposed to be a naked woman in the building, like that type of stuff.
Yep.
Because that's what they do. They have great power that take over the world, and they decide.
Well, they're trying to corrupt little kids.
Oh.
Yeah. As if they would know what any of that means.
Yeah, I know. Like.
But there's actually a conspiracy that Walt himself was part of it, and like that's why they.
Well, that would fit the thing because he was a very powerful man at the time.
Yeah, he was a Freemason, and Freemasons were part of the Illuminati.
Oh, I know all about this.
Okay, well, do you want to share?
And the Templar, the Knights of the Templar, and that's all included. Oh, I watch me some Oak Island. I'm smart with that stuff. And you're like Chris of Oak Island. It's about digging up.
Digging up what?
Digging up treasure. It's supposed to be this treasure that's supposed to be there, and it's from the like it's supposed to be all this stuff, like all connected to all this crazy stuff, like all of it.
Yeah.
From the Freemasons. You know why they call it Freemasons? Because they're actually Masons.
Because it's not Free Sarah.
No, because they're actually they're actually Masons. They're actually wood carvers and stuff.
Yeah.
I know. See, I'm so much a geek. I know all this stuff. Go ahead. Sorry. Oh, John! Happy birthday, John!
Oh, happy birthday,
my man. He's 103.
Oh, nice.
And we're glad he's still kicking. He's not that old. John's gonna kick my butt.
Oh my god!
Remember, John Barrowman's coming to kiss you. Happy birthday.
So you already talked about the Lion King and.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ruin that for you.
That's okay.
There's so many others though.
But in the Little Mermaid, like the VHS one, there's a penis in the castle and stuff. So it's also people also think that the Illuminati. I have to say it slow because fuck is easier to say. They run the entertainment industry. So like they think that artists sign contracts with the Illuminati. Can we call them something else?
No. The Loomies?
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
But anyways, they sign this contract so that it raises their status and they get like more popular and everything. I don't know how much of that I believe.
I don't believe that.
But like the people who like you can tell who.
So I'm going to debunk this now, because if you think that the Freemasons and the Templar Knights were Christian, and supposedly the big argument with, and I don't know why people get this way because I think it's stupid, that there's too many Jewish people that are in acting and all the big wigs to go all the way up, which I think it's that's stupid. That's like saying old lawyers or something. Like, okay, so there's a few of them. Like, it is what it is, right? But why would they be working together?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that doesn't. Not that they can't. I mean, I'm not trying to say they can't. Religions can't cross, because I've been actually studying a lot about the different religions, and I was literally listening to a program where they're so effing close. There's like 2 or 3 things that change from, like, we get to a certain timeline, and then this branch off to here, and then this branch, and you're like, really? They're so close. Right. So it's hard for me.
And then they feud. They feud the most.
Yeah, they feud the most, and you're going, dude, you were fine until this line right here.
Right.
Like, for instance, Jesus is supposed to be the God's son, right? Okay, and that's in Christian, like, and then in the Jewish thing, he's a saint, but he's not God's son. Like, okay, we'll give him he's a saint. We give that he's a someone special, but he's not God's son. And you're going, okay, everyone's getting recognized. Why are we acting like they act like they're night and day, and they're really not? Or at least what I'm listening to. Yeah. Because they keep breaking down basically the 4 big religions that have all grown from one place. It's not silly. I respect their differences, but I don't get why we have to fight over these things.
I mean, I just think you believe whatever you believe. So.
Right. No, I know. I just what I believe. I'm just making a statement.
No, yeah.
Where we have these, like, crusades, wars, and then we're over here talking about, like, oh, well, this is this, but yet if you look at this situation, it's more set up like this, and then, I don't know, that one's I don't get. For me, you want to know the truth? It's people who have sense of humors that, like, I would say you and me, because I think you and me would do that.
We're part of the Illuminati.
No, I totally.
We are the Illuminati.
I don't know about you, but I totally believe this is something you and I would do. We would be like, oh, you know what would be funny? If we could do this and no one would see. And then we would say to one of our friends, and the next thing you know, because we don't do computers, the next day it'd be like, everyone knows. We're like, oh.
So anyway, so the artists that are part of the contract, you can tell by, like, because they'll cover one eye, or they'll, like, throw up the triangle symbols and stuff like that. So, like I said, I really don't believe.
I don't know. But even though, you know what? If I was an actor or something, I probably would just throw that up for shits and giggles. It'd be like, I just throw up something, and they'd be like, oh, what did that mean? Because, I mean, isn't that what happens now? Like, sports people always seem to put up, like, eyes or something, or they unfriend something, or they're like, oh, I think he might be leaving. How do you know? He unfriended the team. And you're like, okay, what is that? And then I feel like sports radio is people's trying to figure it out. The Goofinati. Got that right, John. I feel
like if we were the Illuminati, we'd pick something that I could say. Like, if we started the group.
Right. I think we do that now. I think we could just be like, so how was your day today?
It's been good.
I don't know. It's just silly to me. You know what it is? It's silly club stuff. I feel like this is like, when people get into clubs, we get stupid. Like we just get any type of club. Like, you could do whatever. And
like a book club?
It could be anything. Book club, bike club, motorcycle club. Like, everyone gets like, oh, we're part of a club. Yeah, we can do this. We can do that. And it's always like...
So are clubs cults?
A little bit. Think about it. Think about that for real.
Are we in a cult right now?
We are, because we see each other every Thursday. The only problem is...
Talk about different shit every day.
The difference is, it's just you and me. No one else is in the club. Nobody
wants to be.
No one listens to us. would be.
Right.
It's the club.
We're going far.
It's in our head.
The nightclub?
Yeah, oh yeah. Just you and me, see? Everyone's gone. Just you and me.
Right.
Told you that's how we get good.
They didn't like my beatboxing.
What's that?
They didn't like my beatboxing.
I loved it. Don't lie for you. Go ahead. What's the next one?
All right, so we're done with the Illuminati.
Thank God. I finally, when you got to say it right at the very end.
That's okay. So we're gonna talk about Avril Lavigne. Do you know her?
Yes, I do. And if you want to know, back in the day, I had a small crush on her.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty. I heard she kind of a little crazy, but.
Well.
Runs
on the night.
That was the beatbox.
Oh. He's the one part of the club.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm out.
I don't even want to be part of the club.
I feel like I have to say an eye joke or something. Okay, aye. Go ahead.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I see. I fall under pressure with groups. I want to be part of the crowd, you know?
Yeah.
Cool crowd. Okay, so.
I get it.
Oh, God. Okay,
So people think.
She was married to the lead singer of Nickelback. Did you know that?
I did know that.
I did know that,
yeah.
Go ahead. Lucky bastard. Okay, move along.
I did know that. You're like, yeah, I knew that. As if you didn't just tell me.
I knew that you knew. Then I knew that you knew. Then I knew that. Move on. I swear to God.
Yeah, this podcast is just us laughing.
So nothing new. Let's face it, these podcasts are extremely boring. I want to shoot myself, or we're just laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
We rock. Don't worry. Oh my, we got 3 people.
Oh, well, welcome.
You know, they turned on the phone and walked out the door.
It's on silent. They turned it on and left it at the store.
Oh, they're like that Goofy Geek podcast. We'll just leave it right here.
Fuck that.
We'll just leave it at the store. You leave your phone at the store. Like, that's how bad it is.
Oh, shit. I'm going to get a virus.
I'm calling you. They're like, oh, the Goofy Geek podcast is on. No way.
I think I got a virus on my phone or something.
Okay. I told you, we get in these giggling things. Yeah. Okay, so.
All right.
Excuse me.
Avril.
Sorry.
Yeah. They're 2 different people, you know. Not even related.
I know. Oh, wait, there is Adam Levine, right?
Levine, yeah.
Levine, which is the...
But Adam Levine is Maroon 5.
Yeah.
The lead singer of Maroon 5.
I knew that. You knew that. Go ahead. All right. I'm joking.
All right. So fans think that she has actually died and was replaced with a doppelganger.
No way. She looks exactly the same. Oh, no, but I guess that's a good point, though. Because the last time I saw a picture of her, she looks exactly like she did in 2000.
Yeah, so, basically, they think that, she died, and it was around the time that she, like, money was booming for her. Like, she was getting really famous, 2003. Right. And the music company, like, they didn't want the cash flow to stop, so they hired a doppelganger to look just like to play her. Which, I mean, if you look at pictures, it's...
So, are you trying... Wait a minute. So, here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that if we were... Like, she hit her peak.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of, like, you know... Like most artists do. They hit their peak. They have so long on the radio, and then they kind of get lost in the other schemes of other people coming up. If you understand. Yeah. Now I can understand getting a somewhat clone, someone who looks like you when your career is near the end. But how could you get someone to sing new songs and do all that? Because I liked her. I actually had a lot of her stuff at the time. Yeah. I know I was older, but how could you come up with those songs that sound exactly like she's always angry? She was that angry girl.
Well, people say that
she her just voice, recorded and then
that her voice has changed too. But if you listen to the tracks and like I actually watched a whole video on like voice trainer and stuff, like trying to like see if like maybe it is or not, but there's no fair way to see if she actually is a different person at all because of like the different.
But how does that benefit you? Like, how would that benefit because I mean, she's not hot now. Like, no, wait a minute, no, hot in the way as well. She's still very, very well. Whoever
she's not popular.
She's still a very beautiful woman. I'm just saying, she's not popular like she was. But even if this happened, now you're still paying this girl to be this girl for the rest of her life,
right? I mean, it doesn't make sense, but
I'm not buying it.
No, I don't.
That's something.
I don't buy
stupid.
any of these. But anyway, so she was replaced with Melissa. Melissa is the new Avril. Okay, and so
I just want to know. I had zero chances for either one of them. So who's the one who married Chad then? The guy from Nickelback.
Which one? When did she get married?
Oh, well, she was married to two. She was married to a skater guy or something like that. No. Oh no, I totally forget.
When did she get married?
I don't know. I don't know her life history like that.
Well, why not?
I'm not that obsessed. Jeez.
Oh, let's look it up. All right.
I'm not that creepy of a stalker.
Keep talking.
I know. Because she marries what is it? A BMX guy? A guy who does BMX, and the guy from Chad from Nickelback. So I know she's married those two.
So each time would have been Melissa.
So there's no way, because I saw that duet with Chad and her saying that was her. There's no way. I don't believe that at all.
So Chad was 2013 and Derek was
he's the BMX guy, I think, the other guy, the Derek guy. When I left. Okay. Because I broke the thing because we're too loud. When I went.
Oh.
I did it right in the microphone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did it right in the microphone.
I got it. So anyway, Melissa comes in. They think she's different because now she's dressing more girly. She's like, they think that she's singing a little bit different. And there's actually a picture or like a music video that she did where it says Melissa on her arm, like tattoo of a Melissa.
Okay.
So I mean,
okay.
I really don't. And then there's lyrics that clue that she was.
Because that's what I do. I become somebody else and I put it in a song that I'm somebody else because.
Right. The lyrics say.
I want to blow my $1 trillion billion dollar job to be like, surprise! I'm really secret twin. Oh, John, don't say that to me. We might be Googling that later.
The lyrics are, the day you slipped away was the day I found it won't be the same. That could mean anything.
That's stupid. Okay. Oh my gosh. I actually feel stupid after that line. Like I don't. That's silly.
Right. But anyways, with like the.
Like every song she sings is about her breaking up with somebody or like having.
Yeah, she's like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like she's. Yeah, but she's hardcore. Like everything.
Yeah, she's rock.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift.
She's like angry breakup where Taylor's like I can't believe everything's over. Like,
right.
She's a little more heartfelt where the other one's like might kill everybody in the room.
Yeah, so like they think that her voice is a little bit different now, but
you grow up though.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like the woman that was, you keep cutting me off.
Go.
The video I was watching with the voice teacher or whatever, she said that she was pressing on her vocal cords when she was younger because she was with training. With training that you realize that like women do it a lot. Like we press on our vocal cords to make it sound a little bit like prettier, like and stuff. So that's what she was doing before, and now she's not.
I actually,
like she's learned how to sing correctly.
I was listening to something because I like acapella a lot, and I was watching a guy talking how how many people force singing instead of just like that's one thing they say when you become a professional, you learn how to sing relaxed.
Yeah.
Compared to forcing, like you're trying to force where you just like it just comes out. And I was like, wow, I never really thought of that.
Yeah.
Next time I sing in the car, I gotta not scream so hard.
Just let it flow.
Yeah, you're right, John. I'm never going to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
All right. Our next one is Steve Jobs. They think he's alive. Which he died of cancer. In what, 2007, I think?
Now that's a conspiracy. I like the other conspiracy.
What?
I read that because this happened to Kusher, who played Steve Jobs, that he got so obsessed with doing the part, like actors do, he started to eat, because he went on a special diet, Jobs, and then he went on a special diet, and it actually started to make him sick. And the conspiracy is that the diet that Jobs went on actually affected his liver, that eventually caused the cancer to really bloom. He probably had it, and what the diet he ate probably did not help it. Yeah. Where other people who went on this diet probably would just be like, oh, I'm really sick, or this is not good for your liver, don't eat, but I like that conspiracy, because that actually made sense after what Kushner came on and talked about, like, hey, I did this and I started not doing good, like things didn't feel right, like, and I was like, wow, maybe, because I believe in diets. I believe when you stop A or too much of B, or that it can happen to you. So, but you think he's still alive?
I don't, but other people do.
No, I know.
All because there is a picture of a guy. John
says Elvis is dead alive. It's the only one we didn't do.
He's fucking dead. Let him be dead. Let all these people be dead, okay? Let him live in peace. Just like Diana. Let's let her die. Why does she have to come up every week?
I'm the opposite. I want them to be on some island, like away from everybody, away from the effing bullshit of life. Because these people, I feel, are under microscopes, 24/7.
Definitely microphones, too.
They're like nonstop, though. I mean, we don't understand. We don't understand what it feels like being, what's the word for it? Like under that, like, if we were someone special, someone would be like, there'd be news people outside. There'd be paparazzis outside. We don't understand, like, it never stops.
Yeah.
Like, some of those guys spend overnight outside. They got long cameras looking through your windows. Like, I'm
never gonna sleep. Can you stop exposing yourself? Put your cameras away. No, I'll send you stuff. Come on.
No, but it's like, we don't get that. Like, I mean, even Princess Diana, Elvis, everybody had something to say. Like, I always think to myself, like, Elvis started gaining weight. He started getting really old, was doing lots of drugs, and was not, it's wear and tear on you.
Yeah.
And then he got, like, I don't feel good. And so what do you do when you don't feel good? You do that whole, I want comfort food. I want that. Then they're like, oh, and then he's dyeing his hair black even more than he used to, because he used to have blonde hair. I don't know if you know that. Elvis had blonde hair. He dyed his hair black. And then, how does it feel to wake up every day saying you have to be this Elvis? You're not even you anymore. You've almost, like, if you listen to some of these celebrities, the character of themselves become bigger than who they actually are. So I always laugh at, and this is not their fault, but I always laugh at, like, little girls with their 13, 14, 15s that love boy bands or love, like, what I'm... Did you like anyone when you were a kid?
Justin Bieber.
Okay. Oh, even the fact...
I'm still a believer.
All right, so...
I'm not outside his window.
Are you one direction?
No.
Okay.
One or the other.
Okay, I don't know. Look,
I'm not a directioner.
Well, maybe you are. But what happens is these kids see A on TV. Okay, so we'll just use Justin. Okay, we see Justin. Justin does his hair a certain way. He plays the drums. He winks at the camera. Like, blah blah blah. Right, and you all girls love him, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you love the idea of him. Like, you don't even know what he is. What's his favorite food? And some people are like, I know what it is. I'm like, okay, I get it. But do you know him?
Right.
Do you know him? Do you know who he is? Does he snore? Does he doesn't? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we fall in love with the idea of him. Like I always say 1,000 times, like I have a crush on Karen Gilliam. That is my ultimate celebrity crush. And I know everyone always asks me, "Oh, would you like to meet her?" Nope. Why not? She probably hates Doctor Who. She played in Doctor Who. She was in Marvel. She probably like, I never read those things. It's a job. Like, I'm afraid that's what. I'm not saying she's going to say it meanly to me, right. But behind closed doors, it'll be like, it was a job. You know, I like it. I mean, I love the support, but I never watched it.
Right. You don't want your fantasy of her to be crushed.
Because in my head, she studied it. She paid attention. She watched it. She was a fan. She embraces it. And like, you know, I just think celebrities get thrown to the wolves a lot. Like our expectations of that, even down to a point where I was listening to some of the classic conspiracies where, you know, this guy was a major star, and then what happened was, like I learned about Charlie Chaplin, and they kicked him out because supposedly from our country at the time was into this whole like red thing, you know, like everyone was communist and whatever, and he had said something, freedom of speech, and he got basically barred. But they also tried to blackmail him on that he kept dating and marrying younger women, so then he became like that, oh, you're that creepy old guy, you know, you're doing this, you're doing that. And it's like, and then, you know, like people don't know about it now, but at that time he was like, oh, we don't want him in this country, get him out of here.
Yeah,
he's a creep. And it's like, what do you mean he's a creep? He's a human being. Like, what did you think he was? Like, okay, kind of shady. I that's, you know, I don't know exactly because we're talking about like the 20s, 30s, I think it is, right, somewhere in that time. Like, things were different back then. People got married at 16. So what was the problem with him getting married someone who was 16? So John likes Liz, which is Sarah Jane in Doctor Who. But it's like, you kind of don't want those people. Like, we're in our heads think they're A, and at the other, and we don't want them to be the reality of it. Right. So I want all these people to be dead, be gone. Because I think you're just like, I'm done. Like, I'm done being like Steve Jobs. I mean, every time we saw him, was like, what's the next phone? What are you going to give me? What are you going to give me? Yeah. He's probably like, you know what? I make a lot of money. I love to just disappear. Because who wants to sit in front of you guys? I want. And then as soon as he get off the stage, I don't know if you remember, people would complain. Oh, it's only one feature this time? It's only one thing? Yeah. It's like, well, did you not see the last phone? It was like 20. What did you want in the next one? 20 more? Like, there's no point where you can't. Do so much. Right. Yeah. So I always think, like, I want them to be gone. I'd love to find out that, like, one day Elvis is alive and retired in some, not a shack, but a small little house. I love to see Princess Diane. I know that's not true. Like, I know that's not true for the fact that I don't think she could really live without her seeing her boys or her grandkids. Right. Or maybe she does. Maybe it's all hush hush and she sneaks in and they think maybe she dyed her hair, cut her hair, different style. And
well, I don't think people believe that she's still alive. I think that I'm just saying how she died, right, or why she died.
Oh yeah, most of them are like, oh, and I'm like, okay, I just sometimes, for me, I have a hard time. Like, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't matter that which one of the conspiracies I know you're talking about is the Queen. Yeah, has her knocked off. And then there's the other one that's Charles. And then the other thing is this. And then there was another conspiracy. The car was cursed. I've watched all that stuff. And I go, okay, she's gone. Yeah. Well, does it really matter? What changed if it was the Queen? What changed if it was the car curse? She's gone. And if that's what it is, it is. And if she's hiding somewhere, let her hide. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I just think some of us get too, I'm going to say, this point in the world, some of us have become super crazy. And some of that's because of the only fans, or whatever it's called. It's because we have all these websites that give us what we want, and we want more.
Right.
It always amazes me. You know what I know it's going to just quickly go off of this, but it amazes me. You can go on Google. You can go on porn sites. But yet people still go on fans only and pay or go. And you're like, well, this is free. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, that's fake. And I'm like, okay. That's fake. So
they're still doing it.
Fans only. Well, this is my next door neighbor could be, or this is, and you're like, what?
Right. I don't know if I want to see my next door neighbor.
Like but
yeah.
It's like in their heads, this is someone that could be living right next door to me, or 3 blocks down, and it's like, well, this is fake. This is all set up, and I'm going, this is free, and this is. I just they were talking on the radio today whether there's a whole site on paying for seeing women's feet.
Yeah, I considered it. Just kidding.
Being on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No, I don't. Are you taking in your concept?
I thought you were talking. I'm like, hey, whatever you want to spend your extra money on is fine with me. Hey, I'm not telling you how to spend your money on. I'm all set on that, though. No, but you pay for that. It's
Goofinator.
Yeah, she's making. I am in the generation of where I have appreciated saying names wrong. Like I feel like the generation before me, like my dad, and like like even Coach Belichick's like, I don't know, space book or something. Like he always says something funny, and I always go, how do you not know? And now I feel like I'm at that age where something new comes out, and I'm like,
right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just throw out like A and B, and if it works, it works.
You get the gist of what I'm trying to say.
But suppose I heard this, and I'm like, somebody pays for this, and then I think like it's free. We have like 10 sites that are free in this world, but yet we're gonna pay. And
well, those are real feet.
I just found out that might be yours, huh?
Gotta pay the bills, you know.
I get it to some degree. I mean, I get it, but then I don't, because I'm from a generation of like, what do you do? I know, because I just love the fact that you're talking about, showing your feet off, and I'm thinking you're like, oh yeah, I just spent $20 looking at feet. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I do that.
Just Kelsey?
People pay me to look at their feet.
Just Kelsey? Awkward.
Oh, just Kelsey's feet.
I'm like, poor Kelsey right now. She doesn't listen.
I pay to look at her feet.
I can see you with the dollars. She doesn't pay. She puts the blanket on her. Throw another $1. She whips off the blanket. I appreciate the one person that watches us.
It's us. I watch it.
It's you. It's your dad with the 34 accounts as
subscribers. Right.
And then you just keep watching it 23 times.
Right.
All right, so go ahead.
Okay, so...
Sorry about the tangent.
No, you're good. So basically there was this picture. This is so stupid.
Okay.
There's a picture of this guy that looks just like him from the side. Yeah, the guy's from Egypt. Yeah, everyone has someone that looks like him.
Yeah, move along.
Right.
Everybody's got somebody that looks like them.
Right. And that's why they think that he's still alive, because of this one picture.
And if he is?
So what?
Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, if he is, who cares?
Right.
Like, he's, I don't know, quit, retired, sold all his stuff. He has all the money, wants to just live a quiet life. Like, who cares? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. We've become so obsessed. We're our celebrities. That's why that's why we have this cancel thing.
Mm-hmm. Cancel
we
culture.
love to build everyone up. And if they do anything wrong, it's like we'll squish them down.
Right.
Because we, for some reason, in this age of time. I feel like I'm showing my age. I feel like you know what? I'm not a boomer, but I feel like a boomer right now with this lecture. So if you want to call me a boomer, more than welcome right now. Is that
boomer? I don't even know her. It's a feet picture. I just paid for her.
I'm still trying to get off you on the feet thing. So we literally, I feel like we have so much power over stuff. Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, you do know, I read this. I don't know if this is true because like mm-hmm. I'm one of those people that like, I don't believe the internet 100%, but I have to believe to some degree some things. But supposedly, one of the Jenners, the youngest one, I don't know.
Yeah, Kylie.
Right. She had people send her money so she could become the richest person at 21 or something, like the first, I don't know, millionaire, billionaire, whatever. I don't even mm-hmm. know anymore because I'm not.
Yeah.
Like she had people send her money so she could break that.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that.
So, anybody would like to send money
right.
to someone like me or Jesse, who clearly has a foot fetish. That
right.
That
anyone want any? Yep. Anyone have any feet pictures that?
No, but
they want to sell me.
Saying, like, where, like, how much power are we giving celebrities? And then we have the attitude of saying no and yes. Like I always, one of the big fights were the whole kids. I remember when there's a big argument like, well, don't take pictures of my kids. I'm the celebrity. Don't drag my kids into it. And then at the same time, it's like, well, if you're with your kids, it's all open. And then people started covering their kids. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They don't really do as much, but I remember there was like a real period where everything was like kids were off limits.
Yeah,
and they should be, but mm-hmm. it was like this big like, oh, you can't tell us what when you're on the street, I can take a picture of you.
Yeah,
it's. I think some of these celebrity stuff. I understand people want to have the power, but if these people are alive and doing their own thing, which I don't believe, but if they are, just mm-hmm. let them.
Right.
Why do we need jobs around? Like seriously, do we need him to be like everything's? I mean,
obviously not.
Everything's been going fine,
Right.
Or at least in my book, I still have a flip phone.
Works good for me.
Works good for me. All right, you got another one?
Yeah. So I don't know if you know.
No, I don't.
John Benet Ramsey.
Oh yes, I do.
I don't really know her whole history. I just know she was a pageant girl, and then she was.
Okay. Would you like to hear the whole?
Yeah.
Isn't it sad that you did all the research?
No, I knew like some of it, but I didn't go into like full detail.
So what happens
kinda,
is
like, maybe uncomfy.
So what happens is the daughter is in pageants, mm-hmm. and she is
6. Well, she
gets really big at like 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking about like big pageant.
Yeah.
I believe 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And then so the controversy is that it happens at night.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly no one, let's see if I get this right. I'm going to mess this up. I know I'm going to butcher it. But no one wakes up, but yet the body's found in one spot, but when the police come, it's found in another spot, and they can prove it. They, like, it's almost at a point, so it makes the parents look guilty, even though they've passed every single lie detector, every single thing they've jumped through has always been. And what happens is there was a great theory that I fell in love with that I was like, it did one of those aha. Mm-hmm. Was that someone like the brother, which he's very adamant, but I have a feeling somebody they knew did it. The father finds the body, And I don't think he has a... You know what I always like to say is, they're like, oh, you find the body, you call 911.
No, you
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, because if I saw my daughter dead, or I saw my son, or I saw you dead, and you know what the funniest thing is? How many times have you watched a murder show and you're like, oh, don't touch him, don't touch the knife, and they pull out the knife and they touch the gun and they look at you like, now your fingerprints are on it.
Right.
Like, that's what you think.
Right. But that's what you do.
Every single time I think to myself, okay, I'm going to walk into this room. Every single time I've said, oh, I'm going to do this. Like, I would shake my kid. I would feel. I would try to do CPR.
Right.
I would do A. I would do B. I watched a woman that was very close to me. We had to put a dog to sleep because she had cancer in the throat and was doing very bad, so we had to put her to sleep. I watched her pick up the dog and say, no, don't go, I'm sorry. And, like, really have that I love you moment. And she didn't... I don't want to say she didn't act the right way because that's not fair, but she acted in a way I would never have acted. Like, I've always cried and put my hand on the pup, and she picked up her and was like, no, like, just was in denial. And I think to myself, well, if you had your kid and this was her kid, this woman would have picked up it, and now you've touched everything. Right.
Well, you're going to do everything you can to, like...
Yeah, but so what happens is the father sees this? What happens if he has the same type of...
Yeah.
I don't want to use the crazy because I think that is such a harsh word. But that emotional thing.
Right.
He moves it because now he thinks, what happened? You know, like... And then... You know, supposedly the blanket wasn't the blanket that was in her bedroom, and this is like, it's all this stuff. And then the mother, I believe, commits suicide because she can't handle everyone thinking she. And then, of course, I want to look like everyone. They're like, and then you have those people like, well, you know, she killed her because she killed herself, and then you have the other people like, oh, and then it couldn't have been her because she just killed herself, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like it feels like it piles on, like stupidity. I'm not laughing, but it's like, it's like mistake A causes mistake B, and then you're at the end and you're like, where the hell did that go?
So basically everything was tampered with, so they can't.
So
it was never concluded.
It's never concluded, and there's a theory that the guy that was working on the house snuck into the window because the window was open. Then it was the brother, and the brother's like, hey, I didn't do it. Like, this is my sister. Why would I do this? Then there was this thing that the father had like a romance with her, and you're like, no, I don't think. Like we're pushing it. Like, maybe it is, but still, like sometimes we go to like Z. I'm not saying Z can't happen, but like, how did we get to Z? Yeah. Like, Z went a little bit too far. And, of course, they test the child, and there's no, you know, I believe there's no rape, there's no nothing, but she's just dead. And then it's like, you know, and it's kind of like, well, if he was having something with her, wouldn't there be, oh, no, he cleaned up. And you're like, yeah, okay, like, you know, like, because our technology isn't that advanced or something. And you know what? Maybe it's not. You know, sometimes you think, oh, A, B, and then you realize, like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
there was a note too, a ransom note, right?
Yeah, something like that. I saw this a long time ago, and I watched.
When you were explaining it, it sounded very familiar.
Yeah,
and I don't know if like it was just like one of those deja vu moments, or if it's like
I've watched this 100 times because I keep watching the next day. Because every time someone says like there's a new show on like old stuff, I'll watch it. I love like that, not conspiracies, but like what if?
Yeah.
Let's say it wasn't. And of course the father, and you know the father basically runs around just being judged 24/7.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't changed his name, and like another guy who lands up on an island because he's just like, I've lost my wife, I've lost my kid, I've lost everything, but yet, like, that's the other thing. They didn't make out anything. Like, what was the pros and cons? Like, everyone has why, like, he could have done it, but what was the benefit of it?
Right.
That's the only thing I never got. Like, oh, she was going to tell. Tell what?
Yeah. But anyway, so that was just very heavy. And taking it in for a minute.
No,
I'm very like jumpy now. I don't know.
I'm not at the window.
No, I know, but like, I think because it's a kid and like, I don't know, like it just hits a little bit different and it like hits that nerve almost a little bit more.
You know the worst thing is? She's at the age where you're protecting the child. Mm-hmm. And I guess for me, there's a lot of things. You know, I can handle, the older you get, the more I have to let go as a parent. Mm-hmm. Again, we talked about how I'm old-fashioned. So I felt like when middle school came and my daughter was in 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th, those were the 4 years that I kept, and I say this, like I kept letting the rope go, the leash go, whatever word you want, like letting her go a little more, going to the movies by herself with her friends, going like, and saying, hey, she needs to learn kind of A-B now, because by the time she gets to high school, you don't want her to be the first day out there and be like, this is the first time I've ever been out of my house. Yeah. You know, like, go. There's been a lot of times she's gone over. She went to Six Flags with a group of friends, like with parents, but, you know, without me, you know, without one of us. But I always felt like this was part of growing up. Like, this was me, my mom telling me, here's your bike, drive it right around I just saw a meme on this, like, ride around, and where your mom thinks you're spending six hours riding around, you just rode 8 hours to the haunted house, which I have done, walk through places that could have killed you, learn how to start fire, like, you know, all that stuff. Like, and so I kind of, the scarier part is she's 6. And this is where they're at the age where they're not independent. They're, you know, they still talk with that little kid thing in there. You know, like they're your little babies. I'm not, and this is weird because the boss's youngest did pageants when she was younger.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm really not crazy about pageants.
I'm not either.
I'm not. I don't even like pageants like older because I ended up watching a documentary on pageants, and I kind of saw the background, and I kind of went, ew. They're putting Vaseline on their teeth so their lips don't stick. They have certain things they pluck up, plant down, stick up.
I watch Toddlers and Tiaras.
They have like tape that's making their breasts go this way.
The little kids have little flippers.
Yeah, and you're just kind of going, and I don't know. And listen, I don't like it. Doesn't mean it's wrong.
Right.
Just, it's not my.
I'm not. Something that you're getting judged like for just by your looks, like that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, there's a talent thing too.
I get that, but there's different ways.
Kelsey just shows her feet.
Sorry, you have to pay for that.
No. No towel.
On the feet.
No, but yeah, no,
But at the same, like, I just, even like body competitions, like Kelsey's mom is doing one, which is like great for her. She loves it, whatever. But just for me to like she's great, but like when I like really think about like what it is, it's like you're paying to have somebody judge you on how you look and how you perform or whatever. Like, which
no, you know what,
it's just, it's not my cup of tea.
Okay. You know? But this is my problem. Like, you're almost there, but you're not there.
Yeah.
See, I'm okay if you walked out of the back room in front of judges and you wear a bathing suit or whatever, nightgown, a big gown, like a prom dress or something like that.
Yeah. I'm
okay with that. It's when I realize what you do to look that way.
Yeah.
And I go, so this is, again, I know this is a guy thing, but it feels like it's a new thing coming up. It's like, so in other words, when you take this all off, you don't look like anything. Oh, no, I don't look anything like this. Because boobs aren't supposed to be here. And, my eyebrow really isn't here, but I tuck this here and I have this here, and I actually take a little tape and I put it behind my ears so they go down here, and and you can't see that when I'm walking around because it's all underneath my gown and da 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 da. And there are women who are the size of zeros and they're wearing girdles because it's like, well, maybe I can get to -2 and that other girl behind me is not -2 or what have you. Yeah. I'm not saying they all do this, but they all do their little tricks. And then you kind of get like, yeah, but that's not you. Yeah. Like, I actually would like these women coming out. And the other thing is, too, can we stop asking the hard questions to these ladies? Because for some reason... What would be
the perfect date?
No, because it's always this.
April 26th. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. All you need is a light sweater.
No, it's that one of like, what would you do to solve peace? And you're just like, I don't even know. How the hell is this person supposed to know?
What do you want in the world? Well, solve world hunger. It's like, yeah, don't we all?
Yeah, and it's kind of like you get to a point where, you know what kind of questions I would like? I like, if we're really judging women for looks, then I want to hear, like, I like long walks on the beach. I like to hang out with my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I like to go riding barebacks on our horses holding hands. And you're like...
the horse or you?
Yeah, I veer off sometimes. Stop holding that guy's hand. But that's yeah. But I don't know. It's almost like, oh, are you trying to show me the perfect woman? Because if you are, just act, like, it should be a dating site, like, or like, this is what I like to do with my boyfriend. I like to sit home in my little sweatpants. And I like to eat ice cream right out of the tub. And you're like...
That's me.
I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. And then as soon as I'm done, I run 10,000 miles because I just ate ice cream. No, but, yeah. Like, okay. But what they do is, the part I don't like is the unrealistic of it. Because you see those women and you go, oh. And then all of a sudden, like I told you, I watched that documentary in the back. And that's crazy. Excuse me, because they had to actually blink out a lot of it because there are, whatever it is, let's just say 25 girls. There's always more, and they're all half naked running, but they're all getting things ready. They have hair, you have makeup, you have people that are tucking and taping and all that other stuff, and you're going, and they're just bouncing from station to station because there's I don't know, 10 doing each thing. Like 10 people do hair, 10 people. I know it's probably more than that, but you just sit back there and you're going, oh my gosh, and they're like, oh my god, you see this dress? Oh my god, and then it's like, well, it has to be one of a kind, can't be worn before because someone knows that it's been worn before, and you're like, or it has to be worn like here, or and those are so much money for dresses, and it's almost becoming. Like, I almost just think to them, like, a horse show is actually easier because there's less than time. I mean, it's just like, here's my... Yeah, we braid braid their mane, braid their tail, and it's like, put a little stuff on their hoofs, and you make sure they're groomed and, washed and cleaned, and it is what it is. Yeah. You don't see us like, oh, come on,
Well, that would be animal abuse at that point.
Yeah, I know. So, but, I don't know. It's just a really weird thing. Yeah. So I tend not to like it, but I don't hate people who do like. I just kind of go, it's not my thing. Yeah. Because I try not to judge. Because some people really like that stuff, and I just think to win, you really gotta nick and tuck and all that. I just feel like it's too fake. Yeah. If it was just going out there, no, I'm not saying. I get it. You want to see a beautiful 18-year-old woman. You want to see a beautiful, handsome 18-year-old man. Like, it's like body lifting. Like, the same thing. They come out. And that's the other thing that's crazy. I just watched somebody, like, they spray tan, they like bronze themselves so much, and you're just like, and then they baby, like you just watch all the stuff, and you're like, oh God, what you have to go through for that? That's not even for like 2 minutes on the stage, because that's it. Like you have 2 or 3 like poses that you have to stand, and that's it, and you're out. Yeah. Like not out, but that's all you get. Yeah. That's it. I'm not a big fan of that. So I don't know. You guys can decide. If you guys love it, then more power to you. I just think it's just I'd rather, to be honest with you, I'd just rather have just normal people come out, say what they do. I mean, and be like, wow, you're really pretty, moving along. Like, you're a normal person. I think that's what I want. I want to do a Miss America. I want like a normal person. Like, not saying they can't still dress up, but maybe a girl. Oh, you know
you're
what?
Average.
No, I would like someone come out with like a business, like a woman business suit. Like, you know, like all like, and like, you know how they have that like tapered and stuff, where you still look good, you're still showing off some curves, but you're not like you're clearly covered. Yeah. And then be like, here, and I like eating ice cream out of a tub. I like watching Netflix when I run 10 miles to look this good, and I just puked 3 times yesterday. Okay, bye.
Just yesterday. It was 4 today.
I've had a piece of corn for 3 weeks.
So much on it, was he?
I put it right here. Would that be great too? You know those girls that like lose a tooth? I would clearly, if I was a judge, instant winner. If a girl and popped out, like, you know how they have like that 1 tooth. There's a girl on TikTok that's a very cute girl, and she goes, oh, I'm going on a date, and she pops it out, and she's always like, she's really fun. I'm going, she'd win the pageant. Right. I'd totally make her the winner. I'd be like, she's like, nah, she's missing a tooth. That's why. Just and it's like this tooth right here too. It's like this, like, whoa, what? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm just totally going crazy on my opinions on my opinions. No one wants to hear this stuff. This is why we were all like by ourselves.
So people want to link Katy Perry and her. They think that Katy Perry is actually John Bonet, like grown up. Which the timeline doesn't match up at all. No. She was like 12 when she died. Yeah, no. Or when she was even born. So, but like if you look at her picture and Katy Perry's picture, like you can see like similar features, but that just doesn't make sense. People just stretching for the truth here or whatever.
Oh my gosh. I swear to God.
Plus, why would you go from like being famous as a pageant queen to want to be famous as a singer? You know what I mean?
Why would you? No, here's my thing.
Why would you like?
Why would you be famous? Fake your death at 6.
Right, at 6.
And then
6 years old.
Run away from home. That's not your real parents.
Right.
And basically sleep in your car and try to get your career going as a singer and live this horrible life because you're not my real mom, and run away. My real mom died because I was a model and we faked my... Like, that doesn't make sense. None of that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's stupid. I feel like what I just said was even stupider. Yeah. I feel like I lost brain cells. I should have just drank. It would have lost less brain cells.
Don't have many left, so you should stop. Did you hear about Stevie Wonder?
He can see.
Yeah.
I know he can. I swear that guy can see.
You believe it?
I do.
Really?
No, no, I you know what it is I hear tons of like Shaquille O'Neal has a story of Stevie Wonder. And the only thing that people don't understand is when you're a celebrity, 9 out of 10 times these guys like live in cologne. Mm-hmm. Like they you know, some of them shower like 3 times a day, you know, because they work out. Yeah. No, I'm being serious. Like they do not our normal life stuff. Like they're not at work from A to B. They are. Yeah. But sometimes they're home and they're not working. They're working out because they keep their routines. Mm-hmm. And they take a shower 2 or 3 times, which most of them have colognes, which is fine. I mean, that's normal. But I always feel like he always knows who people are by colognes and smells and stuff like that. I mean, that's what you do when you can't see. So Shaq's
well, every other sense heightens when you're...
and I love the part where he's like, oh, he didn't even know when he was in the car. And he's like, hey, Shaq. And I'm like, well, you're in the car with him.
Right.
And I'm sure you smell a particular way. Not bad, but I'm sure I'm sure he could hear the other door shut. I'm sure,
Yeah.
But unless he was driving, then we got another thing going. If Stevie's driving, then I'm telling you. Now, I don't... Like, to be honest with you, do you care? Did you care?
If he sees or not?
No, so this is my big thing.
I don't care about any of these.
Did you buy... No, I'm talking about like people out here. Did you buy Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles and be like, oh, it's a blind guy singing. I've never heard a blind guy sing. Let me buy that. No. I think you heard it because you were like, whatever song it is.
It's a good song.
Like, this is a good song. I'm going to buy this record.
Yeah.
While this guy and Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles are wonderful singers, like, and piano players. And like, you go, wow. And you're like, how is he going to play piano? Do you know how many people don't look at piano when they play? Because they've been playing it for umpty million years.
Right.
Well, how could he play it before? And I'm like, the keys don't move.
Right.
They're in the same
spot. You can
spot.
feel.
Because once you know A through Z,
right.
you know A through Z. That's stupid. Like, that's...
They only go up to G. And then the scale starts again.
F you, Band Geek.
Anyways.
Yeah, but that's stupid, though.
Yeah.
Even if you could see, I don't even care what you even have. I'm not being a ball bust, but like whatever you have, the reasons he can see, I don't think it did anything for his career. Right. Like they're like, oh my god,
he can see.
Like I know it's just hard for me to sit there and think, like. I think of anybody, like I'm a Foo Fighter fan. Like I've been a Foo Fighter fan. I was a Nirvana fan when I was a kid. Remember what year I grew up in the grunge, right?
Yeah.
And then I became a Foo Fighter fan because I loved Foo Fighters. Okay. But I didn't go, oh, he's not blind? Oh, no. I would have bought this one. I can't listen to this one. Like, I'd be like, yeah. Actually, the funniest thing is I just found this out. But when he wanted to start his own band, he did everything. Who? And the Foo Fighter... David Grohl, he didn't have a band, but he knew if he just put his name down, people would judge them. So he put the Foo Fighters, and he landed up getting big with people not knowing it was him. Yeah. From Nirvana, like he didn't want to use his, like he wanted to make it big again, and he didn't have a band. He had to go out and get a band. Yeah. Because he claimed himself as a band, but it was just him playing all the instruments. Mm-hmm. We're just waiting for your father to do that.
What do you think his name would be? What would you name him?
Your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, gee, something Portuguese. I know. I'll tell you that.
I should ask my dad that. What would he name his band?
I don't remember. You know the worst thing is? I remember everyone he used to play with. I just don't remember the bands he played. I'm sure he's going to be like, really, Niles? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I feel like we just talked about names. It, too. I feel like, but I was around for those. That's
I can remember like what some of them looked like. I don't know anyone's name, but I don't know what the bands he was in.
I remember the people he played with because they were all like in our 4 years of high school, if that makes sense. Yeah. But I don't remember the names of his band. I don't think I would want to.
We're just gonna leave that in the past.
I don't know about that one. So John says Niles' band would be the Pooch Packers.
I thought you'd be the Goofy Geeker.
The Goofy Geeker? Maybe. I don't know.
The Goofy Bander.
I can't play any instrument. Next one. I don't even... it's a beautiful setup, but I'm going to let that one go.
Not even like the skin flute.
No, I knew you were going to do that. Exactly what I was thinking, too.
All right, we're going to end with Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what people are thinking?
I always thought it was a girl, but... Yeah, I totally ruined your life. You're like, no.
No. Oh. They think he's a giant lizard.
For shopping, everybody. I am leaving this podcast. What? It's a giant lizard? What the hell's wrong with you people?
So basically, like this.
What is wrong with these effing people? These are real fan things, like, and this is like people follow this stuff.
Yeah. Oh it's dumb. They think other people are lizards too, not just him. But, knew you were doing something stupid. Basically, like this whole magazine or news reporter or whatever put out called Perth Now, if you were wondering. They reported and then deleted and denied that they put out saying that there was a bunch of fans that saw him change into a giant lizard, and there's no proof because Justin's bodyguard
took all the phones.
No, said if you have your phone out, I'm gonna kick your teeth in and like pretty much threaten them.
that
right.
That stopped.
Just one guy, million of people.
Click. Oh, wait a minute! You're gonna kick my teeth in? Oh, man, delete.
Right.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So they basically said that all these people saw him turn into a lizard. Yeah.
All right, listen.
I just want to end on something stupid.
Listen, okay, I'm breathing now. I just want everyone to know and have a moment here. I respect everyone's freedom of speech, and I respect everyone's thought pattern in this world. I have a small problem when people throw out these type of things. Like, there's aliens living above with us. There's lizard people. Do
you believe in aliens?
I do believe in aliens.
So do I.
No, my problem is, guys, if we had okay, I'm gonna be serious. If we had someone that was like lizard people living with us, and we knew about them, like, we call them the whatever, and you say that this person is a lizard person, I would go, okay.
He was in Spider-Man.
I would be okay. My problem is, why is it someone that, like, we have no proof they're even out there. Like, you were better off telling me he's a Muslim guy, he takes off, like, it's all pale makeup, and then he takes it off, and he's dark skinned, or he's Indian, or he's a black man, or a black woman, or, I don't know, just give me any other thing that's lived on this planet, like anything. I can even go with he's a lion dressed up as a man. He unzips it and it's like, rawr.
You believe lion over a lizard?
Lion-o? Yeah.
You believe it?
I could believe a lion a lion, not a lion man.
Oh.
A lion dressed up, because I'd be like, well, he's not singing that good.
Don't hate on my boy here.
No. I don't know. Like, and here's the other thing. If you're a lizard, and you are a lizard, and you're hiding behind something, why would you change in front of a group of people with, like, come on. Like,
well, they're saying he couldn't control it.
He couldn't control it?
At that time, yeah.
Oh, you're saying, I get, like, it's not a zipper on his back.
No, like, he just like,
changes.
Yeah. Like, he's a shapeshifter. He's like, what's that guy's name? In Encanto.
Oh, Camilo? It's something like that.
Yeah.
Curse you.
Yeah.
Curse you, big words.
But, like, they think it's also him because of the way he, like, closes his eyes and stuff, which that could lead to anything. That could be drugs. The way he walks. I'm like, you're stretching here.
Yeah, I know. This is so... Oh, this is good. You know what? The cartoon Conspiracy was so more accurate than this.
Yeah.
Like, I bought way more than that. Well, those cartoons, I know if you haven't heard it, please go back. I feel like we should just do it again, because
Do another one?
Do another one because I love those cartoons because they make sense.
Yeah.
No, I want to do the fun facts or whatever we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
But like literally, guys. Oh God, it hurts my brain. I feel like I'm stupider. It's like, come on, guys. Like, we're stretching this stuff. Like with the cartoons and what we talked about, the Rugrats when they all everyone had died and except
Angelica.
Angelica was the only one alive, and she was kind of like in her own head, like pretending everyone was alive.
Yeah.
Like
she has schizophrenia.
Why did that make more sense than Justin Bieber being like?
I think because it was a cartoon and you can, but I mean at the same time like there's more. Yeah.
And here's the other thing: who's a lizard man who changed into lizard and names himself Beaver? It's Bieber, but I know, but like it's close to Bieber. Like wouldn't he just been like Lizard or something? Godzilla.
Justin Lord. Justin Liz.
Justin
Zard.
I don't know. There's so many other things we could have done. He could have been so much. I don't know. This is stupid. He couldn't control himself. So you're telling me he can go on stage, dance around like?
No, he was.
No. Listen, he can dance on stage for like 3 hours or whatever because the concerts are never really short.
Right.
I know they're not playing all the way through. Sometimes they do. Sometimes know he plays the whole time, sweats, gets off stage, walks through everybody, walks into his room. Usually there's people behind there. Like, you give him a couple minutes, and there's always that behind, like, hey, Justin, these are the winners of the blah, blah, blah. They just want to say hi. He says hi, gives his hand or whatever, and all of a sudden, as soon as the door closes, like, I'm a lizard. Yeah. And that's that one day, he's like, I can't hold it.
Right.
Too much
stress.
Fever. I have to be the lizard now. Like, come on. This is a mess. That's a mess. That's a mess. Oh gosh, I think I can go with all the other ones with. He has other ones with his old girlfriend before he got married.
Selena.
So there was so many rumors going about them, and I was like, I'm starting to believe those were with the lizard.
Yeah.
I'm glad we ended a completely. I'm a Selena. Yeah, you are. It's a Doctor Who thing. You don't get it.
Mm-mm.
It's a.
You don't get it.
Oh, you don't even know that. You don't even know that how funny that joke is. You got that right? I don't get it. Moving along. First of all, I'd like to thank the Goofy Geek Boutique.
Make sure you watch them on Saturday.
Watch them on Saturday.
If you were watching this on YouTube, it already happened. Sorry.
Oh, I know. We're going to miss it, YouTubers.
Losers. Just kidding. You're not losers. But make sure you keep your ear out for the next one.
Yep. We're going to be doing the Peep Show. Again, if you watch it, I'll say it too.
Peep, peep, peep.
No.
Peep, peep, peep.
I want to thank. I know that was my brain took forever to catch up
on that lizard.
I'm fighting it. I'm fighting I'm fighting the. I have to change. I like to thank everyone who is listening.
What do you?
I'm pointing for the subscribe.
Oh. Well, you didn't say your part.
All right, I'll say my part. Nothing like trying to change it up.
I don't like change.
Just so you know, we're live on Facebook on the Goofy Geek every Thursday at 7:00.
Not Tuesdays on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. You still didn't say your part. I know. Make sure you subscribe, comment, hit that bell.
And I think the next one's going to definitely be the fun facts.
Okay.
I got some crazy facts for you. Because I feel like everyone you came up with I had crazy facts for. But I like to thank everyone again. I know you've taken an hour of your time. It was an hour of time that we got dumber by the time this one was over. I have to say, I don't know. I felt dumber. Again, I appreciate everyone listening and taking taking the time to join and to laugh with Jesse and me, Niles. So this is the Goofy Geek podcast saying goodbye. We'll see you next time.
Bye.